where Jiminy is not particularly pleased with Pinocchio for making a bad choice. And the line that Jiminy says is, "You buttered your bread, now sleep in it." And so the first thing that you would start with is trying to figure out the poses for your characters. So in this particular case, I can show you the main pose drawings I came up with for this scene. Now,
how do you know where to place him? Is there like
it starts with the layout,
right?
Okay, this is the layout here. He's standing on top of an 8-ball on the billiards table.
So that tells you how big to make him and how to place him.
That's right, and it tells you, the size of the frame that you're working in.
Right.
So you basically have your blocking there. This is the setting that the characters can work in. So the poses I came up with here, you listen to the track over and over again, you figure out where the stresses are. So if he's saying, "You buttered your bread," so "you" is a big pose right there.
You've even written down the paper here.
That's right. And then that's the "B" in butter. Turd. Your bread. And, you can see, and I'm pulling a lot of squash and stretch here. If you look at some of Ward's original animation on the character, he threw in these great distortions on Jiminy's face, to really give him a lot of plasticity. We could really straighten out the body entirely and then bring in the chest a little bit more, and it really made it very, very fluid. And when you start to animate, you try and think of the poses that will work with the delivery.
Right.
And you get an exposure sheet.
Now, let's take a look at this. Maybe peek over her shoulder and this. There's a column here that has words down about that.
That's right. Well, this is what Jiminy is saying. He's saying, "You buttered your bread." Now, what each of these lines represents is one frame of film.
Mm-hmm.
So we look at the exposure sheet that the editor has broken down, and we can see that it takes one frame to say the "y" in "you,"
mm-hmm.
2 frames to say the "oo" in "you,"
right.
2 frames to say "b," 1 frame to say 2 frames to say "t," and you have to animate numerically to that so it actually matches, what the character is saying, frame by frame.
How many drawings do you have to do for 1 second? Like this scene looks like it's about 3 seconds long.
Right.
So what's 1 second worth of drawing?
1 second, usually on, for 1 frame per drawing is 24 frames a second. So 24 drawings a second.
That's an insane way to make a living.
We have some from the master himself here. Ward Temple. This is Ward Temple. This is a scene where Jiminy is trying to explain what temptation is. Yep, temptations. They're the wrong things that seem right at the time. And so he's kind of pointing that out here. And of course, flipping is the completely low-tech version of, testing the animation and making sure that it's fluid and it works, the way you want it to work.
That's just magic, and it's not that different from when you were a kid and just drew on the bottom of your notebook.
Absolutely, it's really the same process.
And then we took the liberty of shooting some of your drawings before we got here tonight, just so the audience could see your work in the Jiminy scene up on the big screen. So let's take a look at that now.
Okay. You buttered your rat, now sleep in it.